shake your hands! This is Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9001!
And I have a surprise for you. I fixed my mic.
Yes. And we
I'm
are
buying a new
broadcasting loud and clear. This is a special day. Your mic isn't going to shit. You know, I showed up like 10 minutes late, but we don't have anyone in our watching lobby. But
I was gonna say, I mean, we can blame that on, you know, snow.
What, the people not watching us, or the people
You being late?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, no, the guy who was supposed to replace us didn't show up for like 10 minutes, and so we were just like, boy. So, anyway. Oh, bookmarks, what do you have for us today? Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9003. The only podcast that actually spends time reading garbage. Alright, so what are you feeling today? You feeling some sci-fi? You feeling some Ruby?
You know, I just reinstalled BattleTech. I guess we'll do some sci-fi.
Some sci-fi it is. Alright, so we got a nice selection of Halo, Mass Effect, Star Wars, Warhammer.
I mean, you know the Star Wars is going to make me angry, so
I
I
do.
assume you're going straight for that.
Honestly, the Warhammer is also probably going to make us angry, let's be real.
I mean, all of it's going to make us angry because it's trash. It just depends on who's getting angry when, really.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Warhammer fanfiction.
Yeah.
It's better than what Matt Ward can do. And that makes me sad. I want you to know that makes me the saddest person on the fucking
Counterpoint.
earth.
I'm sure someone's written fanfiction worse than Matt Ward's.
I mean,
Yes,
probably.
But how much worse do you think it is?
I mean, I could bring up the current 40K run, but that would be crude.
That would don't.
So,
oh, you mean you don't want to hear about how Papa Smurf is now the ruler of the Imperium and is gonna fix everything?
Shut.
So, in other news, to distract everyone as I get a fanfiction set up, I'm sure you all saw the Gillette ad.
Oh,
and
no.
And the reaction to it.
Nope.
No, we're not talking about it.
And now feminist. No.
It
It
Sneaky,
gets better.
You're not bringing
No,
podcasts in.
I'm not bringing it. I'm not. I'm just saying this is the news. And then feminists today are now hitting Gillette for making the female Gillettes pink.
Well, of course they are. Who cares? Just sell people razors. Who cares? It's stupid. It's all stupid.
Alright,
get a fanfiction.
the fanfiction we're gonna do today is, it's gonna be Star Wars Mass Effect. That's what we're gonna start off with today.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
And I hope you're all ready for Walls of Text, because that's what you get. That's what you
we
get.
always get.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, just that first paragraph. Oh, why do you have... You know, Ahsoka isn't that bad of a character, but like every time I see like a fan fiction with a picture, and I'm like, God, go read some good Star Wars. Learn about Mara Jade. Learn about...
Okay, no.
I can't believe
Here's
I'm gonna say this. Learn about Bastila.
Yeah.
Like, learn about Jaina. God, Jaina's awesome.
As always.
Here's why Ahsoka's in pretty much fucking everything. Because for some reason, after Rebels came out, she was suddenly very good as a character. I don't know why.
Probably because A, boobs, B, no longer a child.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Towards the end of
I'm access.
What was it? Season? How many seasons did they have? Whatever.
There was like 4 seasons or some shit.
I would you say the last like 3 seasons ish. The last
like
3 seasons of the show were great. Not Rebels, Star Wars, Clone Wars.
Yes,
those were great.
I was gonna say
they had actual character development.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it was great. You know,
yeah, it was
still no Jaina, but
Star
it was all
Wars
great.
Clone Wars, the animated series, was actually an exceedingly good series and enjoyable as hell to watch.
Except the Mandalorian parts.
We don't discuss the Mandalorian parts.
Anyway, so point being is that we like Star Wars. And point being is that no one can write Star Wars. Because I have a lot of fics. I have around 982 fanfictions currently favorited, around 1,400 followed. I can tell you how many off one hand, how many of them are Star Wars fanfics. 5!
Did you? Is that what you were doing before this? Were you counting?
He was counting.
Your chat thing isn't appearing on my end, just seeing only my messages. Just refresh the page?
Okay, I don't know how to help you with that one.
Anyway, so this is as of course, link is in Discord, do not contact the authors. Now this is a Star Wars Mass Effect crossover story. Called The Harvest is Coming, and the summary reads as the following. Instead of joining the rebellion after the fall of the Jedi, Ahsoka Tano gathered a few thousand desperate individuals and managed to flee the galaxy. After eventually making it into the Milky Way galaxy, she sets out to preserve the Jedi and make a new home. But terrible dangers await the Milky Way. The harvest is coming. So,
Okay.
First off, we are already going for a Game of Thrones ripoff with that final line.
I mean, okay, hold
Here's
on.
the thing, right? It's not the worst thing ever. That's not what's annoying me. Part of the problem...
Ladies and gentlemen, he's already annoyed. That's how you can tell this is going to be good.
Fuck. They don't have a way... You can't just flee the galaxy in Star Wars. The only people that have successfully traveled across the galactic void are the Yuuzhan Vong. And they don't exist.
Don't
I mean,
they
I guess
also
with
like...
Mass Effect, you could... Here's the thing. If this wasn't Mass Effect, I would say it would be possible, because it's like, with Halo, technically you
No,
can
but this isn't Halo. This is talking about purely the level of technology available to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because while it is kind of a nebulous thing, crossing hyperspace, using it, does require fuel. And you have to have food. Basically, there is no ship, at least on the Star Wars level of technology, that can
There
cross
is no ship that is
void.
yet capable of traversing
just
that
isn't.
amount of...
Well, I mean, when it comes to how the hyperlane technology works, it's straight up just faster than light travel. You're literally shooting your ship really fast.
Yeah.
And no, Disney, that does not mean you can turn your ship into a fucking meteor that crashes into other ships.
I mean, actually, even in the old canon, it does.
Does it really?
Wait,
Yeah.
does it really?
The reason... Okay, so, going into the lore. You know that interdictor cruisers worked because they created a fake mass
Gravity well.
shadow that
Yeah.
all the hyperspace computers went, oh shit, you're gonna hit a planet. Stop. So,
Right.
the thing is, if for some reason that gets turned off, your ship will just keep hurtling through hyperspace at above light speeds until
Right.
you hit something or you run out of fuel.
Right.
So, if you're traveling faster than light and you smack something, both things are probably going to break.
Your particle.
Now, if it's a planet hitting a ship, planet's going to... Well,
Planet
won't be fine. Planet will still be there, though.
Planet will win.
The planet won't be fine. It'll be damaged.
Well,
it's
like when
it's
like when an 18-wheeler gets plowed by a train. The train wins.
The train's not looking healthy, though.
Yeah.
Train's been damaged, but train wins.
Look, all I'm saying is, train got some meter out of that trade.
Anyway, so my point being though was the hyperspace, because it does use fuel and there is cooldown conditions and whatnot to it, suffers from the same principle that our current NASA rockets suffer from. in terms of travel. In that, if we want to go farther away from Earth, we have to put more fuel. We have to put double the fuel on because, well, actually, kind of like it's exponential, I guess you could say, because you have to have fuel to lift off, and then you have to have fuel to get to your destination, and then you also have to have fuel to turn around. Now, if that's just a flyby, as we commonly do, because that uses way less fuel, or if it's a full stop and then we come back, you have to use fuel for each of those steps. And then you also
have fuel to get back into the atmosphere because
you don't need too much for that.
Fuel.
But the problem is that with each amount of fuel you add to get to somewhere, you have to add more fuel to lift that fuel. And so it becomes a problem of there is not enough space for fuel, so we just add more space for fuel, but now it's heavier, so now we need to add more fuel. You know, it gets to the point where you have to add bigger engines and then more fuel, then bigger engines and then more fuel. So it could theoretically work.
It's just a like constant cycle.
I was gonna say, or you have to set up multiple station, like you have to set up refueling station. But then the issue with that is you have to be able to get the materials to build that into space.
Yeah. Which, I mean, Star Wars does circumvent because they do have that whole, spaceship yards thing, which is actually something we're trying to do now.
Yes, but the reason it won't work for crossing the galactic void is you'd have to maintain those things in the galactic void.
Yeah. I mean, the other problem is that when it comes to the galactic void, is that between each galaxy, there's no movement. Each galaxy, basically, each galaxy is a train, and the gap between the two trains passing each other is the void. The trains are moving super fast in different directions. The void isn't moving. And the problem with traveling from one galaxy to another using a form of linear travel, like hyperlaning, is the fact that the galaxy is going, billions of miles fast in that direction, and the one you're aiming for is going billions of miles fast in a different direction. So by the time you get to that one, your galaxy might be gone.
Did you just say billions of miles fast?
Yes.
No, he's right. Like you do know the Earth is rotating at hilarious speeds, right?
I know, it's just the way he said it. All right.
Okay.
Dude, I go 70 fast.
I was trying to help you.
No, I know what meme he was laughing about, okay?
No, it's just the way you said it in general was funny.
Anyway. All of that suffice to say, you're going to have to give me a really good reason for how they left.
Magic.
Like, even time travel is, with the exception of one episode in the Clone Wars animated series, and then, I guess, a couple episodes in Rebels, but we don't want to talk about those.
Yeah, we don't talk about those.
We
There's one instance of time travel in Star Wars. One. And that was a dude using basically a bunch of consumable items and a hyperspace malfunction to do it.
And anyway.
Speaking of weird Star Wars things, I'm surprised no one's wrote a story about a Jedi, Is there ever been a Jedi that possesses a piece of armor at all, or no?
Is there Jedi that use armor? Revan?
Do you mean like a Force ghost possessing a piece of armor?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I mean, there's not Jedi. There's Sith. Sith do that. Ancient Sith, at least.
I don't know about armor, and it's not possession so much as their Force ghost is tied to the...
No, it's possession. This was canonized back when Knights of the Old Republic was canonized. If you
back when Knights of the Old Republic was
there was actually a section of story where soldiers were taken over by pieces of armor they found in the Sith tomb.
When? Where was that?
Um,
Cause I played the hell out of that game. I played the hell out of that game.
so did I. Shit, it was like the level 30 area for the.
Oh, did you mean the Old Republic?
Yes.
Sorry, you said Knights of the Old Republic. Sorry, I thought we were talking. I thought we were.
So
talking
yeah, I just
code,
keep
not...
defaulting to the better game. I'm sorry.
No, I understand. That's why I had to clarify.
Defaulting to the better game.
I mean, he's perfectly correct. I just didn't remember.
Yeah. I wouldn't say he was correct, but I'm just saying it was funny.
Hello, my name is Bounty Hunter. I'm here to fuck your day.
Bounty Hunter was so much fun.
The reason...
Bounty Hunter was so much fun.
Hello, yes, I've noticed that
It
you're
was my
trying
second favorite storyline, and the only reason it lost to Sith Inquisitor was because Force Lightning was not a conversation option with Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
Hello, yes, I've noticed that you'd like to get away from me.
I did love that they did add for the Bounty Hunter specifically the option to be like, more money, please. Don't you have moral complications about this? Yes. More money, please.
I do love that. Don't you have a moral issue with this? I do, but I can be paid more money to ignore that.
It's as much as I hate the gameplay, the story was really good.
Most of the stories, even on the light side, are actually pretty good.
But anyway, so point being is that there is a canon story, quest chain in which some soldiers do get possessed by parts of armor found in a Sith tomb.
Well, no.
Okay, but no, again, I don't think that's the armor possessing them. Like I said, I think it's the Force ghosts tied to the whatever armor, weapon, holocron possessing them.
Well, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. Because I was gonna say, because the only ones I knew about was it Nagasado in Knights of the Old Republic? Was it his tomb? No, it was a Junta Paul. That was it. It was a Junta Paul, and then in the Jedi Knight Jedi Academy game, it was Marka Ragnos. I remember this stuff, but I can barely remember my multiplication tables.
Dude, I am right there with you.
What do you mean you can't remember your multiplication tables?
No, I didn't say I can't. I said I can barely, like I can remember the names of fictitious Sith lords, but you know what? Ask me to do multiplication tables past 30. Nah, that just isn't happening.
What, you don't know what 12 times 7 is?
What?
Q. Also, multiplication tables past 30. Ask something below 15. Fucking, you are a math genius. No,
I was just testing
and
him
here's
to see
the
if he
thing,
could learn that.
even if I don't, I can always just, use a computer.
Anyway, so enough about that crap. We are here to talk about bad fan fiction. So let us see how the author fucks this up.
Yes.
Chapter 1. Eden Prime. Fuck your dates. Giant wall of text that... Do I even try and read this? Something about Charon relays.
Okay, hold on. Sneaky,
hippies.
You know what we'll do here? We'll just do summaries.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's something about Charon relay, hippies, corporations. Eden Prime is the 2000s.
Look, this is a bunch of stuff anybody who's played Mass Effect knows.
Except for the part where they're completely pulling this shit out of their ass.
Yes.
Because apparently the culture of Eden Prime in this excellent story is that of the 2000s.
What?
What?
Yes.
What?
Remember the hits of 2000? Apparently that's the culture of this Eden Prime.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
What? But why? Why would you come back to this period in time? This period in time sucks.
I don't know, man. Okay? So anyway, so blah blah. There's lots of people there, and there's lots of farms there, and lots of farms there that were run by robots. And no one actually ran the farms. The robots ran the farms, and the people ran the robots. And there was lots of
Magic.
housing stacked on top of each other, and there was olive trees because apparently
Okay,
that's
so
important.
none of this lines up with anything we know about Eden Prime. Got it. Fabulous.
So why are there just random?
Don't forget the olive trees.
Again?
Because olive trees are important. Remember that there was olive trees on Eden Prime because that comes up later. There'll be a test.
Okay.
Now, if you look closer to this person that's narrating, she's not human. And you would know that she's not human because she's not from the Milky Way. But she did look closer to human than other people from the Milky Way.
No.
And
no, I'm sorry.
I
Believe
have a question. Do we also have to memorize this for the test, or is this?
This is actually very important because you have to know what a humanoid is, because the author then goes on to describe what a Twi'lek looks like if you were a retard.
Okay,
Technically, she's not a Twi'lek.
Yeah, I know.
Did need to point that out.
Yeah, I'm aware. You might need to point that out to the author.
Them,
not Rathian, Ruthian? They're all actually dragons!
Listen, that would have been way more fun. Anakin Skywalker's new apprentice, Rathian.
Rathalos.
How am I supposed to teach this?
Teach it the Force, Anakin!
Rathalos the Jedi. Just a dragon being a Jedi.
I want that. I'm gonna go commission art of that.
I mean, here's the thing. Certain creatures have been known to be Force sensitive.
I would say, so that means Diablos is a Sith, right?
Yes, because fuck Diablos. I haven't seen the new version of Diablos.
Oh yes, Atin fixed his mic.
I've seen the one that was in the 3DS game. I hate him.
Oh, don't worry, you'll hate this one even more.
Oh, the new one's so much worse.
Oh, good. I sure do love that.
I hope you're ready for I hope you're ready to get stuck in the bounce animation.
I hope you're ready to bend over.
No,
yes.
They wouldn't.
Yes. My favorite with the Rathian is where they throw you in a permanent lock.
Why would they bring that back?
Because fuck yo shit.
Anyway, moving on.
Sorry.
Anyway, moving on indeed. So, then suddenly, without further ado, the giant wall of text ends. And it's Ahsoka!
Oh, hey, neat.
And she sat on her haunches, her eyes closed, listening and feeling Eden Prime.
Okay, come on. That's normal
That's normal
That's
Jedi
normal
shit.
Jedi nonsense. I almost said Sith
Awake
nonsense.
from its long night. Hold on, there's an asterisk here. What is this supposed to mean? According to Mass Effect Codex, Eden Prime has a day-night cycle equal to 64 Earth hours. Jesus Christ, imagine a work week?
Ugh.
Hey, I know you've been working 40 hours so far, but I'm gonna need you to have to work about 10 hours more. Thanks, kid. I'm gonna go hit the golf courses. Talk to you later. If that hit anyone a little too close to home, I'm sorry.
It hurts. It hurts.
Anyway. Hey, Sneaky, at least you're not an essential employee for the government.
You know, I always laughed about that when I was working for the government, because of how my contract worked. I still got paid.
I'm sorry?
Even when the government was shut down, I still got paid. And everyone else in the office wasn't getting paid. I got paid.
Why were you the only one that got paid?
Anyway.
Because of how my contract operated.
Were you just like, I don't care if the government shut down, I want my money?
Bitch, please.
Can we move on?
Yes. A young human male climbed up beside her. He
You
wore...
don't understand. This stuff is going to be on the test. We need to know it.
You know what? This young human male Jedi is bad because he's not the greatest Jedi to ever exist. The one who became a Mandalorian.
Isn't that a little Mary Sue-ish? Does that make sense?
Revan is not a Mary Sue.
So A, not talking about Revan.
Yeah.
B, I'm
not-
talking about one who worked with the clone commandos and was like, wow, we are assholes. So he quit the Jedi. You know that whole arc where Ahsoka feels guilty about clones and that's part of the reason she leaves the Order? That's lifted from a much better writer.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense.
Of course, it makes a lot of sense. Star Wars writers can't write.
Yeah,
apparently. Karen Traviss can. I don't know about the rest of her work, but her Star Wars stuff is great.
Oh, she's terrible. Outside of Star Wars.
Okay, like I said, I'm like, look, the Star Wars stuff is fantastic. It's far and away some of the best.
Alright, so let's keep going then. It's a Jedi. Mind if I join you, Ahsoka? Sure do, character I don't care about.
Barden Jusic, that was his name. There we go. Thanks, Brain.
Oh, his name's Galen.
Oh yeah, Barden. Sorry, what?
Oh,
His
I
name's gay.
swear to God. This better not be Starkiller.
Galen. They both meditated. And then several hours later, because they didn't keep track, the anniversary is approaching. It'll be 16 years that we've been fled from the previous galaxy. I know. Do you ever wonder what would have happened if we stayed? Could we have made a difference? We did make a difference, Ahsoka. Look at me. Why do you think of all of us, the refugees and Jedi, look up to you? Okay, so the one problem I have with this here is that this is 16 years later, and Ahsoka's like, oh, do you think we should have stayed?
Do you think I
Ahsoka.
should have helped my master?
Ahsoka. 16 years later. She can barely remember the lessons she learned a month ago.
She got a little better at that, let's be real. I didn't say she got extra better, I just said she's got a little bit
You
better.
want to know who I think doesn't get enough love? Jyn Altis. Why could this not be about Jyn Altis and his floating ship of Jedi that weren't assholes?
Where's my XCOM 2 game of Jyn Altis fighting the Empire?
I would play the hell out of that.
I mean, technically I tried to play the hell out of that. Unfortunately, it lagged like a motherfucker.
Anywho. Let us continue. Regret runs deep. I mean, I guess, but Ahsoka was never really portrayed as regretting anything, really.
Yeah.
She's kind of a Mary Sue. In some ways. In some ways, she's better, but
Anyway, so as this child proceeds to tell their leader of 40-something years how she is great and stuff, is this character like an actual character, or is he some OC?
I think it's an actual character.
Galen?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what his last name is. If it's like Merrick or Merrick, then it's Starkiller.
Okay, so basically Mary Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And so,
like I said, I need a last name though, because there's.
And so
apparently
Atin
Galen's
became
a pretty
even more
common name.
angry.
Anyway, so blah blah, words. Dramatic, sad dialogue of characters trying to resolve conflicts they probably should have resolved about a decade and a half ago.
Can you repeat that? I didn't finish writing that down fully.
Dicks, swivel.
Thanks.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And yes, I know we would have all died, but it feels wrong to run away while everyone else died. Not always. But the anniversary of Order 66 makes me feel like a coward. Ahsoka. Bwam! He was cut off by a massive reaper making loud noises. Oh boy. And the Force sensitives were assaulted by pain and anguish because they had lived through the Clone Wars and Empire's atrocities. But what they felt now was so far beyond that. And they both fell into unconsciousness as they glimpsed the large ship harvesting the planet.
Not how that would work, because the Reaper appeared, it didn't do anything.
It just sort of sat there.
Also, I want to point out if that's knocking them unconscious, then they're weak shit. Because Obi-Wan Kenobi, as an old man, felt an entire planet die. I was just kind of like, oof.
Well, no,
that's
he just
little,
he
that's
lost
little
balance.
indigestion.
No, he lost balance. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, but even still,
the man had to grab a wall and sit down.
Oh no.
Okay, but he didn't pass out.
True.
Oh no, he had to grab a wall
extremely
and sit
old.
down.
So the fact that he...
That's my entire point, Ricky. The old man felt an entire planet die and was kind of like, oh boy, I gotta sit down for a minute. These two are like, oh, the Reapers appeared.
By the mere fact the Reapers appeared, they all disintegrated.
I mean, it's pretty much that bad.
Anyway, so blah blah, words, and then they wake back up.
Okay, Night Tech. Well, at least we know it's not whatever it is.
Gainland Tech.
Yeah. At least it's not Starkiller.
Anyway, so blah blah, everyone was meditating when the disturbance hit us. What happened? Dunno, big ass ship invading. Everyone get into the shuttles. Can we raise garrisons? Negative. We lost contact. Okay. My
Also,
biggest
the fact that all
what?
the Jedi have been press ganged into the service by the human military is absurd to me in this universe.
What?
Just
First colonists. I'm going back to blah blah. Eden Prime. They're dying, and policies, resource usage. What? Okay, we don't care about this shit. 30 years ago, consisted of 3 million people. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. At no point in time does anything ever get mentioned about how the entire galaxy just reacted to thousands of extragalactic species just showing up, being like, yo, hey, our galaxy is killing shit, can we be refugees here? And then just settling on Eden Prime.
Oh, and they have magic powers that are not related to Ezo.
Yeah, it's just like, you want to run that by me one more time?
Like, here's the thing, right? If you're new to writing or you're a bad writer, and you don't think you can convey it well through characters, I can understand the giant wall of text info dump. It's bad, it's lazy, but I can understand why it gets done.
Sure.
But if you're gonna have the wall of text info dump, include the important stuff.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there isn't just hey, there's a handy little lexicon, I guess, over here that you can read if you want, but I'm not gonna put this into words because it's too long.
I mean, that's what authors tend to do, is they're just like, yo, hey...
Make your own codex, dude!
Yeah, they tend to do codexes. That's what I'm gonna say.
Just you could read about the world building, you can read about the fucking wars here, but I'm not gonna write it.
That's super important, because let's just say it's a few thousand people, right? Now,
yeah.
The number of species in Star Wars is hilarious, and sure,
yes.
Some of them, there's not going to be enough of them for them to procreate. But there's going to be enough. I'm sure there's certainly going to be enough Twi'leks.
Well, also, actually, the most important part we're
be a lot of those
we're forgetting here is the humans in this refugee group.
Yeah.
Hi, we're humans from a different galaxy. Also, we have magical powers.
Yeah, that would, that alone would cause hilarious problems for everything the Mass Effect universe knows.
And also would probably set off the elusive man's 300 alarm bells.
To kidnap all of them.
Listen, the elusive man would be like, I need to go talk to this Palpatine guy. He's got the right idea.
But it's just... okay,
because
so...
really, they do actually have similar ideology.
I know.
I know.
It just really hurts that the author's just like, yeah, so several thousand people from a different galaxy just settled on Eden Prime and everyone was just chill with it. Apparently settled in enough to be part of the planetary garrisons.
Or at least contact them.
Yeah. And be believed.
And you're telling me Shepard didn't have sex with one of them? Completely.
I mean, Shepard hasn't showed up yet.
Oh.
Anyway, so, words, we're gonna go fight whatever's coming down. This is a terrible idea. It's not hard to believe you were Skywalker's student. Goodbye, Snips. She felt the regret. Second later, she was smirking once more, and yet here you are, and yet here I am. And we're approaching the drop point. If you love birds are done, we're going... blah, blah, blah.
Wait, I thought...
Hmm?
I'm confused. Why is
Go on.
Anakin suddenly here?
No, he's not. They're just referencing the fact that she was his student.
Oh. Someone said Snips. I'm like, wasn't that his pet name for her or something?
Yeah, she was having a PTSD flashback.
Oh. One of those.
And then, so the author is an uncreative hack, and he's explaining the entire plan of what's about to happen through narrative, not even dialogue, just narrative, just pure narrative words, wall of text. So they're gonna do stuff, and, it's just a big old wall of text, about how Ahsoka found a bunch of robots, and, how they were carrying assault rifles, and they looked human-ish. But they looked more like the droids that she used to fight. And she noticed this all in the span of seconds. And they all started shooting at her. And unfortunately for Ahsoka...
Ahsoka Tano meets the Geth.
Are the Jedi hiding their abilities? It's the only way I can see them being left alone. Well, see, the problem is it's not just Jedi. The problem here is it's over, what, 300 species of refugees. It's... the fact that they
300 species from.
I don't know. The Star Wars universe has a shit ton of species. I'm not going to bother counting.
No, I'm sorry. I thought they.
No. They never specified what kind of refugees. Just thousands upon thousands of refugees that Ahsoka gathered.
Oh, good. Just thousands of them. Okay.
Yeah, literally, like, tens of thousands or some shit. I don't know.
There are dozens of them.
But the problem here is we got several thousand, up to, I don't even know how many, 100,000, we don't know exactly how many refugees, but a shit ton of people. Now, even if comparatively to a galaxy-spanning empire, that's not very much, if, say... hundreds upon hundreds of people suddenly stormed the southern border of the U.S., but they were all from China, everyone would be admittedly a little confused.
It's like, how the... I just imagine a couple border security guards just looking at all these people, just like, how the fuck? Just like, so fucking...
Exactly, everyone would be like, what?
Just like...
But, like, that's basically what's happening here in this instance. It's a small population, but how they're getting there, where they're coming from, medical records, land they're occupying, the technology that they're using, they would have different, communication codes, they would have different, like, a whole bunch of shit, basically proving they're either some sort of super splinter cell from an undiscovered section of the galaxy, or they're actually from a different section of the galaxy. But the fact is, they have different technology, different customs, and fucking humans. Jedi, guns, laser pistols. Yeah, they like completely different everything. And it's a bit hard to hide.
I was gonna say, assuming they took any kind of ship with like any kind of decent library on it, they will have, if nothing else, it will have at least 2,000 years worth of Republic history on it.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it's not even if there was no Jedi, like Ahsoka was the only Jedi, it would not matter because of everything else that's wrong with them.
Well, they'll show up with a ship that, if nothing else, literally the entire galaxy would go to war to get their hands.
More or less, yeah.
Because it's a ship that does FTL without a Mass Effect relay. And of course, the humans will be like, we should get that. It belongs to the humans because humans flying it. And everybody else will be like, well, what about all these aliens? We'll take these aliens in.
We'll take sorry. We'll take the aliens in. Give them a good home. Excellent fucking.
So, Sneaky, the real question is, what would an Asari Twi'lek hybrid look like?
Like
let's
Asari.
not consider that, please.
They all look like an Asari. All Asari kids are Asari.
Right, I forgot, yeah.
An Asari with a really, really, really flexible body.
An Asari that's even more prone to random boning than most of them.
Indeed. But yeah.
Oh lord, can you imagine how angry an Asari Wookiee child would be?
She'll rip your arms off. Yeah, she'll do it.
Extremely loud screaming.
Extreme biotic scream.
Sneaky, someone finds a way to crossbreed Wookiees and
Krogan.
Oh, Krogan, yeah.
Oh, why would you even?
I'm sure there's a mad scientist out there somewhere that would try.
Ugh, Wookiees with
It's
redundant
Krogan,
parts,
but
no
with
thank
fur, and they're twice as angry.
Why?
And they're twice as hard to kill. Why have you done this?
Because they make my dick hard.
Somebody clip that. We
No.
can use that.
Yes,
No.
somebody clip that.
No. 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 No.
Oh, right, so that just reminded me about disturbing things, which reminds me, for everyone that did not check the fanfiction section of the Discord, we did have a conversation in the previous episode with the author of the pedophilic rape harem.
I'm sorry, you what?
And the author finished off the conversation by saying that my opinion was invalid because I didn't read his story, and that everything he did was totally fine because he made sure to tell everyone that he was going to do it first.
That...
Not how that works.
It's not. It's not how that works.
Isley, I don't think you reach the level of pedophilic rape with corpses, harems, and enslavement.
Okay, what the fuck?
It was a worm story.
Oh, so it just drew it. It was just like natural edgelord material. Got it.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that was that. That's the ending of that conversation that I had with that author. Anyway, so unfortunately for Ahsoka, there was another couple walls of text as she does Jedi stuff against the droids that were shooting at her.
Oh no, not walls of text.
Whatever will we do?
And she pulled out a pistol and started shooting at the droids to bring down their shields.
Okay.
But
what about a lightsaber?
Against the laser sword?
It's not how that works.
What? I gotta bring down their...
Also,
how
what
does
about lasers? Because lasers kick the shit out of Mass Effect handgun.
Secondary question, why is she using a pistol when she has a lightsaber? Number two, how does she know how their shields work?
No. Why is she using a pistol when she has the 4? Like, here's the thing, right?
No, I'm really
existed.
What the... Is she using a pistol like Matt's Vic pistol, or is she using a Star Wars blaster? Because those are two very different things. Like, if it's a Star Wars blaster, like, it would be passing through. Like, the Star Wars blaster, while it is compressed gas forming a plasma bolt, it doesn't travel that fast. It's actually
Really
fairly
doesn't.
slow. So
Yeah.
it doesn't trigger the shields that are specifically attuned to faster than light travel, or fractional faster than light travel, which is what the guns they normally shoot at. And like
Yeah.
that is why the fucking Geth laser rifle that they made and very rarely deployed because of how difficult it was to make was so effective against troops because it just fucking shot them.
Yeah.
It's just okay. And then Gravity seized control of her, and then the Force screamed at her, and then the white droid fired a rocket at her, and then she twisted out of the way of the rocket next to a black droid, and then she cut it in half with her lightsaber, and then
You
gasped
can't
in
just call
pain.
droids black.
And then gasped in pain as a round from one of the other droids pierced her shield and hit her in the arm.
Excuse me? She's a Jedi Master. They should not be able to hit her.
But drama.
And
What kind of
kind
shield
like,
is she using?
I was gonna say, what kind of discount bargain basement Mass Effect shield generator is she using?
Probably a shitty one.
No, Isley, actually, Star Wars blasters are very consistent about how they work and their capabilities. It's just that all of them are different.
This is true.
And then you also have, the outlaws that modify their blasters illegally. You have your disintegrator modifications,
No, disintegrators aren't a modification. They're a completely separate thing.
As far as I was aware in terms of lore, the disintegrators were a modification that eventually became their own illegal line.
No, I don't believe.
Hold on
I
a minute.
could easily be wrong, but I don't believe they're a modification. Like they're
Like,
their own separate line of
Didn't it
completely
start
banned
as just an
technology.
overcharged blaster?
Hold on, let me take a look at this. I was gonna say, and then we can't forget about people like the Trandoshans who have energy weapons designed to look like slug throwers, and they also have slug throwers.
Designed to look like energy weapons, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'm sure somebody did that, but yeah, there's slug throwers too, so
That thing was so fucking fun to use in Commandos.
all of them were fun to use.
No, the shotgun in particular was like one of the most fun ones. I have a shotgun that has half the range of a map. What are you gonna do about it, bitch? That's right, nothing.
Do I want to know what's going on in our Discord server?
No, what the fuck is
Probably
going on?
not.
What's going on now?
Ah,
Okay,
yes.
here we go. Okay, disruptors, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is super unspecific. Disruptors were a type of particularly dangerous energy weapon banned by Imperial law as well as Rebel Alliance regulations during the reign of the Empire. One model was the Ion Disruptor Rifle, which was blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Yeah, it just says it was a type of dangerous energy weapon.
Okay.
The Wikipedia article. Oh wait, hold on. That's the canon. Let me look at the Legends history.
I was gonna say.
Blah blah blah. Similar to blasters in many ways, such as their use of blaster gas and an energy cell. So I was probably wrong. Okay, so Sneaky. So they weren't a modification. We were both right in that they did use the same kind of tech as blasters, but they were not a modification. They were their own separate line of technology.
That just kind of seems needlessly complicated.
That's Star Wars.
More so than usual.
Look, I'm just telling you what the Wikipedia articles say, man.
Oh, goodbye, Euro.
Oh, what happened now?
Twitch
What is
just...
wrong with my mic?
Nothing's wrong with your mic.
Nothing's wrong with your mic. You're saying shit's wrong with your mic.
They're just making fun of your voice.
I mean, yes, my voice is terrible. Blah, blah, blah.
Also, they're saying you sound like nose hair.
That's just a
Which
comment.
is
Apparently,
even-
when my voice is filled with static, I sound like Max.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're not, you sound like me.
Atin's still talking to yourself.
Weird flex, but okay.
Anyway, so moving on. Blah blah. She ducked behind a crate and used the force to heal it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, force heal's a thing. It's
Force heal's absolutely a thing.
rare as shit.
Healing a... You said jumped behind the crate and healed... Okay, no, the way you worded
Because
that
of the
was
way
weird.
the English language works, we infer that she's healing the bullet wound.
Yes. I was just like, how is she healing the crate? I'm pretty sure they don't have reconstructive abilities on fucking crates.
They said you should move your mic closer to your face.
I mean, it's pretty close to my face.
Just put it in your mouth.
Just eat it.
Ah.
Okay, never do that again.
Anyway, so her vision started to clear.
What?
What?
What kind of weak punk ass Ahsoka Tano is this?
I'm sorry. Are we playing Call of Duty where your vision gets filled with blood every single time you get shot? Because I can tell everyone from experience, you in fact do not lose vision when you get damaged.
But in a Call of Duty,
Atin is deep throating, and it only took him years to do it.
oh, shut up.
I appreciate that you're offended on my behalf.
It's just an easy joke, guys. Come on.
Hey man, this is all about low-hanging fruit, so we really can't get too mad at them.
Suppose that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck off, Shambler Altar.
Anyway, so blah 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 blah. She sees gun aimed at her, and then the problem with fighting droids is that there's no force, and forcing the Jedi to actually be good at their jobs. And this,
Okay,
of course,
A, danger sense still works to a degree. B, they're clearly weak because none of them learned from Kreia how to sense droids with the Force.
Dude. This, of course, did not mean Jedi were incompetent when fighting mechanical enemies, only that Jedi could only take... Wait.
What?
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 Hello?
Only a single Jedi Master could generally take on 5,000 organic enemies. Unless the Jedi was faster. But only about 1,000 battle droids. Really?
Superior Nippon Steel? Question mark?
That's not how any of this works.
Vague
Normal-
pride noises?
What did you just say?
I said vague pride noises.
Look. The average battle droid, and I'm going to assume the average Geth, were not even a remote threat to a Jedi.
Well,
Like-
I mean, even the
In
Geth,
this universe, they are.
like, literally the Geth had numbers and communication. That's why they won the few engagements they had before Shepard kicked their shit.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying. They really wouldn't that be big. The only thing that was a remote threat to Jedi in terms of battle droids were SBDs because of their higher rate of fire, and droidicas because of their hilarious rate of fire. And the fact that you couldn't just bounce the blasts back at them.
Commando droids were also possibly a problem. I'm trying to remember if they
No,
were.
they weren't. I'm sorry, did you say commander or commando?
Commando droids.
Oh, the commando
Literally.
droids, not really. Grievous's personal guard, yes.
But yeah. What?
Nani?
This otherworldly effectiveness, along with monetary savings, was why the Jedi became the Republic's peacekeeping force. For the vast majority of its 25,000-year history.
I'm sorry, did we just go into politics with Star Wars?
Yes. Very few wanted to tangle with an enemy that could cripple an act of aggression before it began. This was why the Trade Federation's droid army had been in high demand long before the beginning of the Clone Wars. Wait, what?
What?
That makes no sense. Jedi are really good at killing things. That's why everyone wanted battle droids.
I mean, besides the fact that the battle droids literally did nothing against the Jedi. The Jedi are just like, we kind of don't care. Unless they're like in an entire army, then yeah, we're gonna have problems. But it's not gonna be like we instantly lose.
That's not how anything works at all. Yeah, welcome, Big.
That's it's not how this works.
But
It's not how any of this works.
even though Ahsoka couldn't sense the droid rounding the corner, she reacted quick enough to blast the rocket it shot at her into the air. And then cut it with a lightsaber.
That what?
And then the final droid just ran at her. And then she crushed it. With the Force.
Okay, can I point out, do I need to remind people about one of the coolest scenes ever animated where Mace Windu destroys an entire droid army by himself with the Force?
Yeah, it was good, actually.
That
Like,
was good.
God, that whole sequence, first of all, that whole sequence was beautifully animated.
And confirmed, was beautifully animated.
And it was like, hey, you know what? We're not constrained by actual physical human limitations and technology. Let's just show what a Jedi can actually do.
Yep. And that, kids, is why Mace Windu is awesome.
And that, kids, is why you don't fuck with fucking Michael Jackson. I just said Michael Jackson. I meant to say fucking
Michael Jackson, truly
Michael
one
Jackson.
of the greatest Jedi.
I need sleep. I need sleep. Help. This has been a cry for help. Help me. Help. That's why you don't mess with Samuel L. Jackson. He'll make you say Michael Jackson instead of his name.
It's not how that works.
I'm fucking done, dude.
You should go.
I'll stay. That was just me.
No, really, you should.
Okay.
No.
Back to it. Oh man, I'm getting super rusty. She flexed her arm. Weird flex, but okay.
I want you to know that hurt me more than me fucking up Samuel L. Jackson's name.
Yeah? What about Malatic?
God, I need you to leave.
I love how Atin knows immediately what the pun was about.
I posted it. So yes, he knows.
Oh, did you?
I posted it somewhere. Did I post it in fucking general or something?
Anyway.
Oh god damn it, Arby's. Why are you getting in on the Sasuke meme?
Because it's Arby's.
That's fair.
Of course they're gonna get in on memes.
But everyone knows Arby's sauce is in fact ketchup.
Alright, that one flew by me. You wanna repeat that one?
Can we just get on with this?
Yeah, let's keep going. Alright.
God, you idiots.
Galen, what's our status? Perimeter's been set up, but we're stretched thin. We could really use one of you three back here. Sorry, Galen, this is what we have. Tohari Fu, Master to know. The Geth have broken through the perimeter into a dig site. The garrison unit I linked up with is dead. So, wait. The garrison was just like, oh, hey, it's the Jedi! Hi, Jedi! Yeah,
Howdy!
come on down!
Apparently they know the Jedi well. This is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
God damn it. I fucking hate this author so much.
What have they done now?
Just the whole premise of the Jedi just suddenly appearing in the Mass Effect verse and everyone just being like totally chill with it. It would be like, I don't know. It was like going back to the example I previously used. It would be like several hundred Chinese showing up on the southern border, but some of the Chinese are special forces and they have tactical nuclear bombs. And they're just like, hi, we want to live in your country. And it's just like, what?
Haha.
Okay.
No.
I mean, you can say no, but...
Okay. Don't worry, guys. We're lawful good. Mo broke off. Yo, OCs go to places and do things. Master Hannah Geller was acting in an ambassadorial role in the Citadel, while Master Katina Hart was, as well as all of the knights except for Galen Tech, were on assignments working for the Human System Alliance. Yeah, they just showed up and they were like,
"Go, sounded you to the extreme." That's what this sounds like to me. All right. Complete just wanking their own characters. Christ.
Yeah, it's apparently Galen Tech. We don't really, but I'm pretty sure like 99.99% of these people are OCs.
Yeah.
So it's Shepard and Alenko, and they're doing the whole Eden Prime tutorial. And blah blah blah, Eden Prime happens. One have been crushed. Oh, hey, Lieutenant, what happened here?
Lieutenant, what happened here? You gonna be alright there?
I have no idea, sir. Probably biotics. Shepard comes up to the scene of the fight where a Jedi was involved, and there is clear lightsaber cuts and clear force usage, and goes, "Whoa, I have never seen this before. What caused all of this? I don't know. Probably biotics? Wait, I thought all of your Jedi were working for the Systems Alliance. I thought you had a separate, specific ambassador for your refugee population. And no one knows what Jedi can do, though? No. Hey, Shepard, this planet you're going on is filled with laser sword wielding space ninjas.
They're laser sword space wizards, get it right.
Wizard ninjas.
Yeah, but no, nobody down there's gonna mention that or give them a little bit of a heads up or...
No, because BioWare writers can't write.
But this
is not a human biotic. This is clearly an Asari commando.
Oh, Jesus fucking...
What?
You what, mate?
What?
You fucking what, mate?
But we probably would have been informed if they were here. But they weren't informed about the Jedi that have their own ambassador?
Apparently not.
Not only do they have their own ambassador, like, they've been actively incorporated into the Systems Alliance.
Yeah.
Like, even if the average soldier didn't know about them, Shepard's an N7. Like,
It's literally
he
his
is-
job.
He's got the highest... I'm pretty sure he has the highest level of clearance.
Well,
that
second highest.
anyone. Yeah, right.
Officers have higher.
But
yeah.
Not by much, but yeah.
Which is... fucking Nihilus doesn't know. The Spectre does not know.
It's a need-to-know basis.
I'm pretty sure they'd think a Spectre needs to know about the magic space wizards that can kill them.
Nonsense.
Like, if
Why would
nothing else, give them a... So these guys are capable of killing you if they get close to you. Let them get close to you.
I'm just gonna walk up and let him get close to me. I don't see anything wrong with this. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay. So, cutscene.
Has the cutscene ended?
And then the cutscene ended, and then before Shepard could do the tutorial of shooting the drones, a lightsaber shoots out of nowhere and cuts them in half. And a black guy shows up with the lightsaber.
Wait, seriously? Shepard just dies?
No. Cuts the Geth in half.
Oh.
Important question. Do you think Jedi or Sith ever died from Force-induced autoerotic asphyxiation? Probably Sith. There's probably
Okay,
at least a
hang on.
couple Sith out there.
You think there's a couple Sith that killed themselves like that? Really?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sure there's at least one kinky Force switch out there.
Look, okay. So it's self-harm, Sith, love self-harm. It's pleasure.
They aren't actually too big on the self-harm.
Well, some of them are.
Okay, depends on their faction.
Self-pleasure, Sith, once more. Combine the two. I'm sure there's at least one Sith out there that died.
I wonder what I can do with if I just, choke myself. Oh, yeah.
Basically,
Well, actually, I mean, technically, in theory, no, because the second they pass out from choking themselves, technically it should stop.
But what if they had a force surge that just snapped their neck?
Don't think that's a
That's not a thing.
I mean, you do transition from force choke to neck snap in the Old Republic games.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying they'd be passed out.
Well, yeah, no, all I'm saying is they have the orgasm, and they put too much power into the force choke, and they kill themselves.
Oh, so you're saying like happy time happens and then they're like, I snap my neck.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess theoretically it's possible. Why the fuck are you making me talk about this?
You know exactly why he's making you talk about this.
I'm just saying, it's things to watch out for if you ever end up being reincarnated into the Star Wars universe when the Sith were a thing.
You have to watch out for your enemies killing themselves?
No, you have to watch out for killing yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird flex.
Pleasure to die for. God fucking damn it, C8.
No,
God,
Sneaky, this is
no.
your fault. You started this.
You started this. Don't even try to make it sound like you did start this. This is your fault. Suffer with us.
Anyway, all three Alliance turn towards the new guy, lightsaber, blah blah blah, sirs ma'am. Shepard's mind struggled to process what just happened. The human used biotics with such fine control.
Again! No! No!
Yeah, I don't know either.
Like, here's the thing, right? We can't even say if this was Ashley Williams, because this is on her planet.
Yeah. Who did you? How did you do that? My name is Maul. Slip it. And I'm afraid I can't answer you because it's classified.
What word was that?
He's an
Sorry?
N7. You're not classified enough.
He's an N7 Spectre candidate. Sebit. Aren't you one of the leaders of the martial arts school? The Jedi style?
Oh, I'm angry.
He's angry, lads.
Quiet, you. You don't get to have an opinion.
Wow.
Okay. Sure. Alright.
Opinions are for people that aren't.
I think
dumbasses.
Twitch is suppressing me. We don't ever get new viewers these days. I think Twitch is actually suppressing me.
Sneaky, we're not big enough for them to have noticed us.
We're literally not big enough to.
See, you say that, but we lost 50 views per video on YouTube.
Well, that's YouTube, and the algorithm.
Look, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is oppression. I'm just saying, we used to have a steady growth of followers, and then one day it just stopped and never started again. All I'm saying. Yeah, usually we get around 55 to 65 views on our original videos, and then around the time of year 2, start of year 2.
Maybe people just don't like us.
Maybe. But it was also around the time of the adpocalypse and search algorithm changes.
Maybe we aren't advertiser friendly, Sneaky.
You know, we probably aren't advertiser friendly.
We've never been advertiser friendly. I don't think there's been a single moment where this channel has been ever advertiser friendly.
We had that one video that I didn't curse in. Or was drunk in.
One.
I mean,
Singular.
I stopped bothering, so yeah. Blah blah distrusted him. Blah blah. Why would you distrust?
That?
Why?
Nani?
Shepard still distrusted. You pick up a Quarian vagrant and trusted her immediately with your engines. And you're like, hey, this human that just did some mad acrobatics is completely untrustworthy because he has a laser sword.
Weird magic shit.
What? Oh, it's the Northwest, my unit was blah blah blah, everyone's dead, want payback, oh, you wanna come? My students and I are evacuating civilians, I should get back to it, okay. Oh wow, how convenient, the Jedi doesn't join Shepard, so Ahsoka can go join Shepard, because reasons.
Because I want my dream waifu to join with Shepard.
And I want my dream waifu to get pounded in the ass by Shepard. That's basically half of Mass Effect.
I mean, be fair. Sometimes it's female Shepard doing the pegging.
Wait.
I mean,
That's the
some
other half.
people totally allow Shepard to peg them for some reason.
I mean, those people are degenerates and they need to be cured.
Yes.
With a 9x19mm package.
I never said they didn't.
Sneaky's advocating violence again.
I'm not advocating violence at all. I'm just saying packages should be delivered to them. I advocate for the delivery of mail in all forms.
We know exactly what you mean. Don't even try to fuck with that.
Alan knew he was missing something about Moblani Sublet. He was too calm with people pointing guns at him. It was as if it wasn't the first time he had a gun pointed at him.
Oh, really? It's not the first time you've had a gun pointed at your face?
He also wore military armor and carried pistols. Not to mention light swords.
Oh, we're just gonna pretend those are a fucking thing, are we?
Yeah, where apparently light swords are just a thing in Mass Effect verse. Didn't you know? Anyway, so blah blah blah, cutscenes, Mass Effect 1, blah blah blah, Mass Effect 1, walls of text, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 1. Wow, the Jedi is super strong. They made this look easy. We're still doing Mass Effect 1 with literally no changes.
Is there seriously, like, no changes, like, at all?
Yeah, literally nothing has changed. Wall of text about Ahsoka being a badass, and she's killing a bunch of stuff, and, cloaking units show up, and then Ahsoka does, Kirito and pulls out a second lightsaber. And she's killing more stuff. Why does she even have a pistol in the fucking first place? She has a fucking
Because they want her to be more like Kirito. Pretty sure you nailed it.
No, but like the thing is that the pistol
The
is
Black
absolutely
Jedi
useless.
Swordsman. I'm not
No,
sorry.
the thing is,
I refuse to be sorry for that.
is
Fuck
that
this author.
the problem I have with Ahsoka using a pistol is that it makes no sense. Because she shoots at them to get their shields down, and then she cuts them with a lightsaber. But then, in like another couple paragraphs, the author had her just cutting through them with a lightsaber, regardless of whether their shields are up or not, which is correct. But the problem here is that she has she's shooting them with a Mass Effect pistol instead of just using two lightsabers, which she also apparently has. It just, like, why does she have the pistol in the first place? Oh, to shoot long-range targets. You mean like you couldn't lightsaber throw? Cause you got two of them?
You have the ability.
Hang on. Ahsoka's being a badass and slicing and dicing, and then, she, blah blah blah. It was twice the size of an Imperial Star Destroyer.
Oh boy, Sneaky's doing math.
So how big is that Professor Sneaky?
I'll tell you in a second. Interesting. 1.6, and how big was Sovereign? Length, size, meters. At 2 kilometers long. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so it is actually, it is technically larger than an Imperial Star Destroyer. However, that would be a bit hard to compare because Reapers are horizontal, vertical, and the Star Destroyers are horizontal. Unless you've literally been in a position where you could view a Imperial Star Destroyer from an angle similar to a Reaper from the same distance. At which point, then I suppose you could in fact say, wow, the Reaper is bigger. But since I highly doubt that, I'm going to say bullshit. So, while the author is technically correct, they are literary incorrect. Anyway, so blah 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 blah. She's blah blah blah. The Geth have been pulling away. It's because they got what they came for. Then our objective is clear. Clearly, send the radiation signature to Amlek. Mo and me and yourself and the civilians away out of here. I'm gonna push into the spaceport and disable the nukes. Meanwhile, wall of text of literally Mass Effect! And all of Mass Effect literally happened! And literally nothing changed in Mass Effect 1. Everything is the exact same.
Again.
And then Ahsoka showed up. Hello, I am the Jedi. There is a nuke here. We can use your help searching for it.
For some reason, I thought you said I am Vegeta. Like Vegeta, but multiple
yes.
of him.
And now, Shepard was suddenly suspicious of Ahsoka. The radiation detection package is only available to Alliance military and black market groups. Who are these Jedi? The N7 Special Forces operator and Spectre candidate wondered?
When he should have been told by one of the two groups that he works for about the existence of these individuals and nothing else, the entire Mass Effect internet should be like, yo, did you hear about the Space Wizards?
Yeah, their
Who
leaders
showed up from a random galaxy?
Also, they live on Eden Prime now.
Also, there are humans?
Yeah. Ahsoka saw the suspicion and felt it. However, she shook it off and moved on.
Jedi well known for just saying, fuck it, I don't care.
Commander, I think I got it. Alenka, Tano, Northeast Quadrant, let's go. And then they slid in. Oh man, it's a bomb! I'm gonna defuse the bomb. And then they were defusing the bomb. And,
But what if you just cut the bomb in half with a lightsaber?
Oh my god, you see a bomb.
Point. That's actually a really fair point.
JC, a bomb.
Shut up, Google! My phone from the other room was just like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. It's just like, I didn't ask for you! Stop listening to me, NSA! Actually, if you're gonna listen to me, NSA, do it with a Twitch account so I can get those view numbers. Suddenly, my view count triples.
We here at the NSA are glad that you take the time to talk to us. Thank you. Our job's very stressful.
Very little human interaction.
Can you imagine just like sometimes the FBI agent talks back one point, just like a thank you? Someone's just like, what the shit?
Get a text message. FBI, don't fucking move.
They're just like
delete that shit right now.
No, just like the FBI
Shut
agent
it down.
Shut it down. Shut it all down.
Anyway, and then literally nothing changed, and then Tano gave Shepard covering fire as he disabled the bomb. He didn't question his instinct because a
Excuse
purple
me.
laser sword.
Why is the Jedi giving goddamn like at least be like, listen.
I'm sorry.
At least listen, this is something I've seen authors occasionally do when they're like, wait a minute, these guys are magic space wizards who can use the Force. If we're gonna have them use the Force, we're going to have fun with this. If we're gonna have them shoot guns, listen, they're gonna have like 2 blaster rifles and they're gonna be sniping people with them while sprinting at the speed of light.
We're going full. What's that game made by the really weird company, Platinum Silver, or whatever the fuck they're called. Vindicator is that the game name? Vindicator, Vanquish.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Vanquish.
Where you're
Vanquish.
sliding around on your knees with knee rockets.
Was it Deep Silver?
No, not Deep Silver. Deep Silver does Saints Row.
Or was it Platinum?
Platinum Games, yeah. They also make fighting games. But, Vanquish,
Yeah,
where you're
no, like,
rocketing
listen.
around the map on your knees with knee rockets.
Yeah, like that level of having fun with it. Because that's what you should be doing when you have Jedi using guns.
Oh, yes, and reflex mode, of course. But, yeah, so a purple laser sword crashed down on where Shepard previously was. And the tactical cloak on the Jedi revealed herself as a human woman, but a recon hood covered her. And she had a robotic arm, and her flesh had implants. Before he stood back up, she was attacking him again.
Sounds like she's a real jobber of a Jedi.
Once more, trusting his instincts, he dodged her swings.
No, okay, no, look. This is that trope. That trope exists because of Episode 6. Normal people lose to Jedi. The end.
Yes, but also, Shepard is not a Jedi. Shepard does not have the Force. And if this author is going to try pull some bullshit about how Shepard's going to be like the first Milky Way Jedi,
Your rage is great.
You can simply depart at this moment.
Anyway, so Force Blast, laser sword swinging towards him, but Ahsoka showed up and saved the day. And then Ahsoka was trying to fight this person. How does this person have a purple Jedi? Are all the Jedi in the Milky Way accounted for? How did this happen? Why is it purple?
Sorry, what was that last one?
And then they're just moving on to go back to disabling nukes. Ahsoka felt the dark side, followed by sudden fear. This is not a Jedi. Who are you? The not Jedi unleashed lightning on her.
Of course, there's a Sith just showing up.
Oh yeah,
Gotta be a Sith.
Sith just showed up, you know?
Hello, yes, I am Sith Inquisitor. How are you?
Drew strength from the Force. They were not skilled in the dark side, so they couldn't use it against her. And she tired out, and then Ahsoka kicked her ass using Jedi moves. And then started force choking the Sith. Where did you get the lightsaber? And then, the presence made themselves known. Forcing its way into a... Oh boy! It's a brainwashed Jedi controlled by the Reapers!
Wow, no one could have seen this coming.
Oh, because apparently the Reapers know about the Force.
Oh yeah, see, the Yuzon Vong just popped over to another galaxy to say hi and tell them about the so.
Hey, we just talked to this Emperor Palpatine guy. Says there's a bunch of shit you could go see in the other galaxy. Have fun.
Anyway, so...
Do you think they ever swap emails?
Ninja Girl ran off.
Get out.
Everyone check for the
No.
beacon. Easy command. Wait. Blah 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 beacon. Blah 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 Mass Effect 1. Blah 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 blah. Force was with us today. Wow, literally, it was Mass Effect 1 and nothing changed, even though there was fucking Jedi.
That's called lazy writing, kids.
Blah 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 blah. Oh wow, literally Mass Effect 1. Still Mass Effect 1, still Mass Effect 1. And then Ahsoka had a forced pre-motion, realizing that Shepard was important for events to come, and that she must go with Shepard.
Okay, to be fair, that's reasonable.
This person I've met is kind of, sort of like a,
Okay, yeah, but Ahsoka had never shown any sort of inclination towards that before.
I mean, that didn't stop Luke Skywalker randomly having visions, so.
Well, Luke Skywalker's Luke motherfucking Skywalker.
That's true.
Anyway. So, that was the story we covered today. Sorry, everyone, that we're cutting it short here, but it is, in fact, 9 o'clock.
Yes.
It's 9:15 technically, and I know the day was a bit short this time around. We only covered one story, but that's just what happens when you just
We
have
go
to
off
work for
topic like
12
30
hours. I
times.
mean, that too. That happened too. But anyway, so Tuesday is going to be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. because apparently I just work 4 hours on Tuesdays and 12 hours on Fridays now. Apparently that's how this works now. So yeah, for the next 2 weeks, Fridays are going to be 7:30ish or whenever I'm able to get home. Tuesdays are going to be at 7 to 9. So,
Yes.
Nose, you wanted to chill some crap?
Yes. Tomorrow I am planning on streaming The Darkest Dungeon at around 7 p.m. So anyone who wants to come and watch me be bad at Darkest Dungeon, or good at it, depending on how much you've
You
played
need
of
to
it.
tell them the URL so they know where to go.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, you can't even show your own stuff. No wonder you're never gonna get a job in
Look,
radio.
we're
All right, fine.
look,
Fucking
we're just drop
just
it
go
in the
to
Discord.
go to the Lord, go to Lord of the Nose Hair. I'll drop it in Discord.
Yeah, bye, Birdie. Hi, Birdie. I mean, you showed up really late, Birdie, and we were in the middle of a rant. It stings. It stings.
As a matter of fact, I'll just drop it right now.
But yeah, see you all next time because there's always more. It always gets
Always
worse.
gets